By Scott Guilford. Dillian Whyte 221-16 COS has officially been made the one-ranked contender in the World Boxing Council's heavyweight rankings. It's a move that was expected due to Whyte's recent win over fringe contender Robert Helenius last month on October 28 in Cardiff, Wales. Whyte's promoter Eddie Hearn still wants to get him a title shot against WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. It can happen, but Hearn will need to do what he's been reluctant to do thus far, and that's to tie Wilder-Whyte fight in with a unification match for Deontay against Anthony Joshua. The money that Hearn has offered Wilder hasn't been to his liking. The way that Whyte has looked in his last 5 fights, I see him more as a bottom 15 guy than a number 1 contender. He's more like Bermane Stiverne level in terms of talent. It's disappointing how the WBC keeps ranking poor heavyweights at number 1. Hearn needs to sweeten the pot by throwing in an extra $3 million to the existing $4 million to round it out to $7 million. It's doable if Whyte is on board with getting a smaller payday for the fight. If Whyte believes in himself, then he should go for the deal, because if he wins, then he's the new WBC heavyweight champion. Whyte can use the WBC title as leverage to get a bigger cash deal against Joshua. Whyte, 29, has previously said that by receiving a 1 ranking with the WBC, it will get him a title shot against WBC heavyweight Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. That's the fight that Whyte badly wants. However, the WBC still hasn't made Whyte the mandatory challenger yet to Wilder's title. Even if the WBC does make Whyte the mandatory, he still won't be able to force a fight against Wilder until late 2018, possibly 2019. Wilder will have already faced IBF WBA heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua by the point in time. Wilder's management are in negotiations with Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn for a unification fight. Part of the deal is a potential for 2 fights between the champions. As such, Whyte will almost surely be sitting around waiting for a title shot until 2019 at the earliest, and could stretch out further if there are more appealing fights for the winner of the Joshua vs. Wilder fight. Read Deontay Wilder COS Anthony Joshua fight doesn't bring much to the table, unfortunately. His performance against Helenius was plain awful, and the crowd at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff that witnessed the dull fight was quiet the entire time due to the dullness of the fight. Here are the WBC's new top 15 rankings. 1. Dillian Whyte 2. Dominic Breazeale 3. Luis Ortiz 4. Andy Ruiz 5. Marius Vark 6. Tony Bellew 7. Johan Dorpar 8. Charles Martin 9. Oscar Rivers 10. Ajit Cabell 11. Carlos Takam 12. Lucas Brown 13. Derek Chisora 14. Adam Konatsky 15. Bermane Stiverne. You can argue strongly that Whyte doesn't deserve to be ranked anywhere close to number 1 with the WBC, given how poor he looked against Helenius. Charles Martin, Bermane Stiverne, Marius Vark and Derek Chisora shouldn't be ranked in the top 15 based off the recent performances. That's the way I see it. Tony Bellew doesn't belong in the top 15 in my opinion, as he's only fought once at heavyweight, and that was against a badly injured David Haye. The only reason Bellew beat Haye is because he ruptured an Achilles tendon. The fight should have been stopped as soon as the injury occurred. It's surprising that they allowed the fight to continue.